Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. The Kids Dress Alice finally got some sleeves. The patterns in my shops are updated, so when you purchase an Alice pattern, you'll get it with two different sleeves, a normal short sleeve and a medium length puff sleeve. In this video here, I'll show you a possibility for the sleeve workmanship, and to make this short, I'll only rush through the other sewing steps. So here we go, we are cutting our fabric first. Additionally to the normal pattern pieces, we need a bias cut tape with a width of 3 cm and a length matching to the armhole. By the way, I'm making here a version with facings but without lining. Then we are fixing the interlining with our iron. From point 2 of the original instruction, there is only making the darts, which remains because we have no lining here. Instead of all the other steps, I'm preparing here already the waist seam. And as you can see here, I'm making pleats at the waistline, following the notches on the pattern. So now I can cast the waist seam, both seam allowances together, and then afterwards the side seams. I'll cast also in this case the lower edges and the side seams of the facings. And of course the center back, this one I forgot to mention. Point 4 is the waist seam, which is in my case now already done. But if you have any decorations which have to be sewn on, just do this now. For the center back workmanship, I'm closing first my center back from the zipper notch down to the hem. And afterwards I'm sewing on the zipper to the facings at the center back, and this is how it looks like when you don't have a lining. Then comes a little bit of ironing. And here we are already at point 6, making the neckline, and in our case no armholes. I'm sewing on the facings along the neckline, trimming the seam allowance, cutting into it, and then ironing the neckline. Now we can finish the center back and sew on the zipper. Afterwards, it's time to close the shoulder seams. I'm closing each layer, means facing layer and outer layer separately. I'm starting my seam at the neckline, and I don't sew over the seam allowance of the neckline. Here I'm making the side seams. As I'm planning my dress here with ties at the waistline, I have to include these into my side seams at the waist. We have to close the side seams in the outer layer and also in the facing layer. Please don't pay attention to the sleeve here. We are just fixing our facings now at the side seam. For this, I'm stitching right at the side seam from the right side to fix both layers. For point 11, making the hem, there's nothing special to say. Perhaps only that I've used an adhesive tape here on my sewing machine so that I can keep the same distance of the stitching for the whole hemline. Now it gets more interesting. We're making the sleeves finally. As already mentioned above, we will need a bias cut tape for the armhole later, so this is what I'm cutting here. Here I'm preparing the sleeve hem, which is much easier when the sleeve is still open. I'm making here the straight short sleeve, so I'm folding 1 cm twice to the wrong fabric side. Please make sure that your sleeves are still a pair. Then we are making the sleeve or underarm seam. As you can see, I've already casted these edges, but you can also do this after sewing both seam allowances together. After the sewing comes the ironing. You can iron the seam allowances apart or you can iron it to the back. I'm also folding here again the sleeve hem. And here I'm stitching the hem. If you have chosen the puff sleeve, you should leave a small space open to insert the elastic tape later. Now I'm pinning the sleeves into my armholes. If you have a facing like me here, you can fix these two layers with stitching just tied along the edge. Like this, they cannot move and won't bother you when you sew in the sleeve. And if you have chosen the puff sleeve, you have to gather the sleeve head, of course, before. Please make sure that each sleeve is in its right position and that the notches align. Here I'm sewing in the sleeves with a seam allowance of 1 cm, and I'm always sewing with the sleeve layer on top. This makes it easier to control the extra width in the sleeve head. Afterwards, I'm controlling the sleeve if there are any pleats or mistakes in it. Now I will add the piping to make the armhole really clean. As you can see, I'm pinning the piping right on the right side to the facing layer. To join the ends of the bias tape, I need now a straight edge of the tape or straight end, and I need an overlapping in the width of the tape. That means in our case 3 cm. Now we can join the ends with a diagonal seam, and we are putting both ends together, right fabric side on right fabric side, of course, but not like this, but in a 90 degrees angle. Here is where we will sew. Afterwards, I'm cutting off these corners. Like this, we have a nice diagonal linking seam, which won't be too thick in the end. As me too, I've only recently learned this method. This is the first time I'm showing you this, and it can be that in former tutorials I've made it in another way. When we will sew on the bias tape, we will sew here just besides the original armhole seam, and we will sew again with the sleeve layer on top. Afterwards, I'm trimming the seam allowance down to 6 to 8 mm. And then I'm folding the bias tape around the raw edges so that the armhole later will be covered completely and be clean. Normally I would prepare this with my iron, but in this case, as it's only inside, I'm doing it like this. Here I'm just stitching on the piping. If you have chosen the puff sleeve, it's now time to insert the elastic tape into the tunnel of the sleeve hem. Now I'm just quickly ironing the sleeve seam and then we are ready. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope everything worked. If you have any questions, just write me to info@koba-jani.com. I'll be happy to help you. See you soon in my next video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Take care, bye!